I just made a video and realized that somehow part of it just got cut off. I don't know. Anyway, the other part that I was talking about was about spending money at the thrift store and just kind of being out of control, alcoholic behavior of a sober person. Um, the you see the thing is like with alcoholics and addicts and stuff, it's we get sober, but we still have the same personality. We can work the steps and do all that stuff. We're still the same person. Um, and basically, I mean, some people change, but I mean, for the most part, you basically, what do they say? You have a sober horse thief. I mean, there's all these sayings. So, but basically, you don't really change as a person, and your behavior just moves to some other new thing that you do. So, for me, it's finding cool deals and buying stuff. So, um, now what got me was I had money saved up and I started to spend it, and I didn't really realize that I was getting used to spending too much money. And then I thought, well, I'll just charge it on the credit card and I'll get 3% back on it. It'll be great. So I did do that. And so now it's going to be, I'm not going to be able to go to the thrift store anymore. I mean, like, I can pay my bills and stuff like that, but it's going to be pretty tight. Um, so I'm hoping to get rid of a few things. It's really hard to sell stuff around here. I've got a stack of stereos and stuff like that. Like I've literally had these before for $5, $10. Nobody would buy them. Some of these are missing parts, but they do all work. These are actually projects. With the Technics, they have a tendency to get too hot, so you want to put a computer fan in there. I've not got around to doing that, but what I do is I buy stereos to see if I can find one that sounds better than the last one. And so a lot of times, let me flip the camera around. I'll buy stuff like these Marantz, which sounds amazing, but it's 30 watts, and you don't have no headroom. And I like my music loud, okay? So that's not enough for me. I'm not, a 30-watt stereo is not cutting it for me. I've got a really nice Pioneer that kind of matches that turntable, same thing. So anyway, I buy these different ones and I try them out. Here's a $2 one. It actually sounds quite good. And end up, just buying all this stuff. So that's my fault. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we won't be going to the thrift store. We're going to get caught up on some projects. I had been literally going to the thrift store trying to find another computer case to put together this computer that I already had in a case that I don't like, which is an 8th generation i5, which is pretty lightweight, fast, and efficient, and that's what I need. So I have the ones here like these, i7, i5. I'll probably use this one. I kind of would rather use this case, but this case is a little bit taller. It does have this thing here. I could put my RGB fans in there, but I don't know if that's what I want to do yet. I was really just hoping to find another case. I got this one here. I would probably put this i5 in here. It'd actually be kind of suitable because there's an i5 label, although it's a ASRock board. I don't know. I just really, when I find these computers that are completely whole and working, I hate to part them out and change them too many times. I mean, this thing works great, but I've got tons of computers that work great. I've got that one. I've got that one. I haven't even really screwed around with this. This is an all-in-one Lenovo. I've got this one that I use to stream with, and this one over here runs the radio and now is streaming right now as we speak. Is streaming what you see here, the SDR Play. And then I have this big old beast over here with 8 slots of RAM. I've got servers that they're not hooked up because it'd be stupid. I've got retro computer projects. I've got a couple of streaming thin PCs, i5s. This one was very disappointing. i5 6500 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it is just absolutely slow with a fresh copy of whatever. Whereas when I had this one, completely different motherboard, but an i5 6500, it was fast. So I don't know what's up with the Dell, but it's just something with the motherboard's garbage. So I have plenty of these kind of things. So, well, what we're going to do is either we need to start getting rid of these or selling them or something, and nobody's going to buy these. These are old. So I guess pull the board out of here, put that board in there, and then just set it up and do what I want with it. So that's kind of what I was talking about in the rest of the video. So I appreciate you guys watching the channel and all that good stuff. And, you know, one of the things that I really need to do with the channel is I do need to make better videos. Maybe if I actually start, like, making some good revenue, I can afford to get better equipment to record with and things like that. So I'm trying to put myself in the videos and not like have myself in the entire video, but just kind of step it up a little bit. And so I don't like being on camera. I don't like looking at myself on camera. I'm very self-conscious, and so that's kind of why I usually stay out of my videos. So anyway, it is what it is. We all have our demons. We all have our problems. We all have our issues. And you know, I guess I don't know what I'm exactly saying here. I'm just kind of telling you guys what's going on. And anyway, I hope everybody's doing good, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.